I suppose, elements, something fun, something special, something beautiful, and that's what this is. Our special guest, Mr. Chad Allen, joins us live. He is the ultimate guide to our shimmering chandelier. And Chad, I mean, your message to me said it all. We cannot keep these in stock. They seem to resonate with everybody. How are you, my friend?
I'm well. How are you, Adam? I'm glad to be on your show. You're right. If you have right off the very top, hi, everybody, welcome to my home. But if you are wondering if this is that same one you picked up last year or the year before, the answer is yes. By far and above, this is that same great chandelier that we can never keep in stock. And in fact, as I look at my Facebook messages and read the reviews, y'all were mad when it sold out because you wanted a second or a third. So first off, disclaimer, if you only pick up one, that's the only mistake you can make. But as Adam pointed out, as I go through it, because I'm going to do a tour right now, I'll do a tour. But as I go through the tour, I want you to think above the bathtub, above your vanity, in your child's room, in your room, on the lanai. If you're a camper, take it with you camping. But at the very top, you'll notice at the two-ring construction, because it's a two-layer chandelier. I'll show you that in just a second. There's a spring around each of those rings. Those springs are going to hold these dangly strands in place, because what's very frustrating about other chandeliers like this is that when the wind blows, they tangle. Well, not with the color changing shimmering chandelier. Say that 10 times fast. It actually doesn't tangle because the springs are holding that into place. So if the wind blew, and you would normally have all of the little dangly strands of a chandelier go to one side and be lopsided. Not with this. It stays in place each and every time. At the very top is also going to be that battery pack. We're including the batteries for you. And then there's an on-off switch. That on-off switch has a built-in smart timer, which means it goes on at the same time every single night, and it turns off at the same time every single night, which means if you hang this super high in a corner outside out on lanai, you don't have to worry about going back outside in the dark and turning it off. You don't have to worry about if it's too high, getting on a ladder and flipping that switch again. Nothing like that is needed. There is no electrician needed. You do not need a drill to drill it into the stud of your home like a traditional chandelier. You know, because normally when you buy a chandelier or any lighting fixture, like one that you would have in your living room, you have to hire somebody to come to your home. Right now in 2020, you have to come to my house, drill into the stud so it can stay there, and then I need you to wire it also. It's thousands of dollars by the time you're done, and that's not feasible for all of us. We want that nice shimmering chandelier in a certain place in our home, but we just want to do it ourselves. You could pick up some Bell & Howell alien tape and hang it up wherever you want to. But you'll notice it says shimmering on our graphics right there. And it's shimmering for one reason. Do you notice just my ring light is bouncing off of this? And it looks like every little square is has its own light inside of it, and it does not. On the very center, there are lights. There are two LED globes. You'll see one right there, and you'll see another one down here. So when the sun is not shining or it's not daylight and there's no ring light in front of you to reflect the light off of the squares, those LED globes on the inside, that's going to reflect and give you that beautiful light. But Adam, I said it before, I'll say it again. The one mistake you can make is only picking up one, because we're even including the batteries tonight. I mean, this is really a home run item.
$29.45 already. 1,856 people have jumped into order. It adds a little ambiance, it adds a little style, it adds a little shimmer, and just something beautiful that is really creating that visual appeal. And again, think in your mind where you would put it. Is it going to go in the bedroom? Maybe it's going to go either side of the nightstand, hanging from the ceiling. That's the look you see a lot in the decorator magazines. Maybe it's going to go on the lanai, maybe above the bathtub, your own little home spa. As you look at this, what you'll certainly see are these what appear to be like blue. They're not shells, but they remind me of a shell. But you can see that delicate soft blue color. Again, juxtaposed with all these silver squares, and it's that creates this soft, soothing, ambient glow all the way through. It sounds lovely as well. If you were to have this outside, obviously the wind would perhaps have a gentle breeze through it, and I think you'd really love that. Approaching 2,000 now, I have 1,500 left. 1,500 left, the batteries are included. Again, when you get it delivered to your home, the batteries are gonna go right here in the top. I've got my on-off button, and then I'm gonna lift this up, And instantly, you will be able to put this wherever you want. You don't have to rely on anybody to come into the home and do it for you. And let's face it, Chad, it's impressive in the sense that it's got the drama. I mean, it's 31 inches in the length, so there's a lot of shimmer and sparkle here.
I don't think anybody's assumed that I would present a product that wasn't drama included, right? That's in my bio when you introduced me. Yeah, here's the next product with drama, Chad Allen, everybody. But you see how Adam just pulled that up off the table and it wasn't tangled and there was nothing to assemble, because this is the box it comes in. It comes completely flat packed. That's right. If I pretended like this was inside the box, it'd all be in there and it'd be flat. And then when you pull it out of the box, that's just exactly how it comes out. There is nothing to assemble. It's not going to tangle. You do have to just pop the little batteries in the very top, turn it on for the first time. And the first time you do turn it on, you are going to want to turn it on at that time you want it to come on every day. What that means is that if you want it on at 6 o'clock every night, then just flip that switch for the first time at 6 p.m. It will stay on from 6 p.m. to midnight. It will go off for you automatically. You do not ever have to touch it again until you want to change the batteries. But quite frankly, if you have it in some of the places like right here in the video, if you didn't want to change the batteries, you didn't want those LED globes on the inside to work, that's completely okay. You will never harm the chandelier. It will still look just as beautiful without those LED globes glowing on the inside. So even using the batteries are a choice that you get to make. But I am just picturing all the beautiful places where not just one, I'm talking 2 or 3, because I bought, and I'm sure Adam and Chelsea, I'm sure you both have 2 sconces, and they say buy them in 2 or buy them in 3. Each side of the bedside, right? Yeah. Each side of the couch. When they buy lighting, the designers always tell you 2 or 3, but not 5. So when you make your decision, I just want you to picture a place where you might hang it, and then ask yourself one question. Could I use a second one to balance my design? And if that answer is yes, I would recommend getting a second one right now, only because I've been presenting this for a couple of years and I know how quickly it sells. So on the very inside, you're going to notice that's going to be your color changing globes, one at the top, one at the bottom. It's color changing, right? If I hold it here for long enough, you'll see the auto-morphing consistent colors that just rotate through all those beautiful colors. But the big news with this, which is why everyone loves this design, Adam, is because of the reflective squares. There are 52 of these strings or strands, whatever you want to call them, and each one has little reflective squares, inspiration blue shells, and then a crystal on the bottom. And because of those reflective squares, it takes on the environment around it, which means it's going to match any decor you have. That's why we decorate, or designers decorate in the magazines with mirrors, shiny silver, reflective surfaces. That's why you notice a lot of chandeliers have crystals on them. It's because it just needs to be general enough to mimic and reflect the light and the colors around it. You'll notice right with Adam, right there in that studio, it's picking up different shades of blue. It's picking up some nice tan hands that Adam has and the green light in between. But Adam, you said it in the very beginning best. This might be our last show. And with the quantity I thought we brought in, it was going to last us a whole season. And in fact, that was the conversation we had about 4 days ago when we launched it on Friday with Debbie Denman. Yeah. So here we are. It is back. And for those of you who have been writing to me, the answer is yes. This is that same one. So if you've been looking to complete your set with a second or third, this is your chance to do it, Adam.
And it really is so well reviewed. I mean, the reviews are golden throughout. People love the way this looks. They love the versatility because, again, it's indoor or outdoor. Remember that, indoor or outdoor. So I could put this on the lanai if I wanted to. As your mind races as to where you would like to put it, please know, as Chad said, this is it. It's taken us a little while to get it back in. It's something I've tried to get a few times for open house, but it's always kind of gone before we get here. So I'm thrilled to be able to show it tonight. One of the things to bear in mind is the glow from the inside. It's not over the top. It's a soft, subtle glow that just brings it all to life, but is not overpowering. That's what I really like about it. And you know, when you look at it there, Chad mentioned it, it morphs effortlessly with that new LED technology. I also love the fact that at $29.45, you don't have to baby this. And I mean that in the sense that the batteries are included and you don't need to always go to it to turn it on. Chad, you said the timer. The timer is what, 6 hours on, 18 hours off? So it'll just do it every day by itself, right?
That's the only way I keep track of 24 hours in a day. Is my chandelier on or is it off? Yeah, it's on for 16, it's off for 18. There are no options. That's the standard setting. It's a smart timer. It knows exactly when to come back on every day, and it knows exactly when to turn off every day. You never have to worry about it until it's time to change the batteries. And even that's up to you. If you never, ever change the batteries, ever, it doesn't matter, because this chandelier will look as beautiful indoors or outdoors every day, all day. And as I pull back that first layer, for those of you who wonder why I call it a two-tier chandelier, because when I pull back that first layer, there's another layer underneath, which means it's a dense, thick chandelier that, as Adam pointed out, you don't have to baby it. Although it's only $29, that's okay. You don't have to worry about the wind blowing or the, things, the outside elements coming in and getting it. It doesn't matter. This is an item that was built for indoors or outdoor use. With that rubberized button on top, you're completely safe. And then you hang it from any hook, any chain, anything that's already affixed to your house, where you may hang a flower basket, something like that, or on both sides of your camper lanai or your porch or your balcony. The results of where you're going to put this are going to speak for themselves, because when when neighbors are stopping and they're saying, where did you get that? They're going to become a customer of HSN, and they're going to try to find the Shimmering chandelier.
Chad, thank you for bringing the drama as always. We appreciate you, my friend. Have a great rest of your night. Stay safe.
Oh, and we do have that snowflake one, Adam, if you were looking for a little snow.
Oh, I didn't know you had it live. Okay, we'll show everybody the details. Give me 10 seconds on the snowflake.
It's exactly the same, except the blue shells, they changed to snowflakes. There's just a few left from earlier in the winter. See that little snowflake right there? So all the blue shells just changed from blue shells to snowflake, and that's available on hsn.com as well. I know there was just a few of those left, and they asked me if I would mention that because they were sort of thinking there wasn't enough to do a presentation.
Yeah, they are telling me only about 150 remain, $31.95. Is it the same length as well, Chad?
Exactly the same. The only difference is going to be those shells changing to snowflakes. So if you're a winter princess, like I know a lot of us are, then this is going to be the chandelier for you with those snowflakes.
Chad, thank you so much. Stay safe, and I'll see you later.
All right, bye, Adam.
Thank you, Chad. That was Chad with our Shimmering chandelier on the way.